on this episode of the variety show.
La 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 la.
Girl, I want to make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm going to push it some more. So not only are we talking about sex there,
vile.
it certainly sounds like he doesn't have consent either.
Do you remember his back baby?
Oh, I love this game so much. This is the one I played.
And
I
not
played
only
the PC
is
one.
it not the original big box, it's the EA Classics box.
Summer Blockbusters for the win.
They've gone on this highly dangerous expedition. And oh, look, a kid's tagged along.
It is always a kid. I've actually enjoyed all of them. I just think the first one's the best one.
The first one you will never beat in quality of film.
Tesco staff like doing what?
Taste it.
Yeah, taste it. It's like, oh, really? Yeah, it's my favourite smelling one. I want to taste it, I think.
Sit back and enjoy.
Welcome back to the Variety Show with me, Tom, and him, Rob. Hi, Rob.
All right, mate.
How are you doing?
Good. That was really quick into that then.
It was really quick into it because I realised it's 10:30. We've been watching TV for the podcast. I will say that it was for the show, but we needed to watch a few things before we talk about them, and that's later on. Have you had a good day?
Busy day.
Have you had a good 2 weeks since we last recorded?
Yes. Well, a week if we include.
Well, if you include the Untitled
Sci-Fi
Sci-Fi show, but between this show, it's been 2 weeks anyway. So
Yeah, good.
anything good happen? I know you finished Reacher Series 3.
You finished Reacher today. Yeah. We've finished. Well, we've got one episode of The Wheel of Time left. It wasn't out yet. I don't know when it comes out. We've finished. Well, not finished. Sorry, we're now catching up with Daredevil, which is great. We really enjoy Daredevil. And we, like Miranda and I, are the same person, don't we? I
we
really
are
like it.
Borg.
We are married.
And as you all know, when you're married, you have to enjoy the same things.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, we, as in you and I, amongst other people who were involved, we had a great time in town the other day.
We did with Karen, and
Yeah.
apparently your tea and my tea were very confused by us holding hands and crossing the road together.
Oh, were they?
Apparently your tea was very, what's he doing? Why is he holding Daddy's hand?
Yeah, only he's allowed to hold my hand.
So that was very funny.
He does the full-on bluey smoochy kiss stuff. If Miranda she winds him up with it. Oh, I'm going to give Daddy a smoochy kiss. He's like, no, I give Daddy smoochy kiss.
We get the same thing. So today we were sat there, I was cooking dinner, I walked over to Gemma and I gave her a kiss on her head. And T from across the table just went, humph, Daddy, me. It's like, yeah, I'm allowed to do this to Mummy as well. It's like, oh dear, someone's grumpy.
Yeah, they go through that, don't they? Our boys just love us. What can we say?
Well, exactly. We have proper daddy's boys. I've not watched much. I was watching The Core last night because I realised I got beef out the freezer because we realised, oh God, it's the expiry date. So we put it in the freezer quickly. Got it out of the freezer a couple of days ago. It's finally defrosted because we just left it in the fridge. And it's like, bollocks, I've got to cook this tonight or it's going in the bin. So I ended up cooking from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. this stew because I refuse to cook a stew quickly now. It's got to be done slow. Otherwise, the meat just comes out rubbery. So I put a film on and I put The Core on. And as much as I love slagging that film off, something about me always makes me want to watch it if I see it on a streaming platform. And I thought, do I actually like The Core? And actually, as the film goes, I do. I realised last night, it just finally hit me. Hilary Swank kills that film. She is such a wooden actor in that film. That's what broke it for me. I realised if you removed her, the rest of the film's really good. It's just her.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Oh, it's terrible. Basically, the military tested a weapon that stops the Earth core spinning, and then they basically have to save the Earth, and they create this weird submarine thing that can drill to the centre of the Earth where they're going to detonate nukes to start the Earth spinning again. It's Armageddon, but on the inside.
What? The Earth core spinning?
Well, our core does spin. That's what causes the magnetic field that holds our atmosphere.
We all spin.
No, yeah, the internal of the Earth is also spinning.
Oh, it's so confusing.
And it's so the science behind it's not actually that far fetched, but the long and the short of it is, she is very, very wooden in it. And there's this brilliant part where the main scientist says, well, if we don't fix this soon, there's going to be high-level static discharge and thunderstorms and lightning that's going to destroy the world. And then they're stood outside, they're celebrating that they're about to go on the mission, and they all look towards the mountains, and there's this terrible CGI static storm happening. And the way she delivers the lines is, "That doesn't look good. We better get inside." And in fact, that was probably delivered slightly better. And that's how she is just throughout the entire film. And she's a good actor. She's good. But in this, she is dreadful.
Oh, that's a shame.
Anyway, let's get on with the show.
You all moan about Sabrina Carpenter, but happily sang Sex on the Beach at School. Shame on you. Shame.
Okay, so... Oh, pardon me, that's terrible. Into it and straight away burping.
Oh, yeah, I really don't... sorry, I'm into the mic. I really don't like burps in microphones, I've got to say.
Okay, so have you heard of a singer-actress called Sabrina Carpenter?
Slightly rings a bell.
So
sing me a song.
She's a young actress. I'm not singing. You know I don't sing.
She's an actress.
She's an actress, but she's also a singer. And she's got an album out. She's doing a tour at the moment. It's all across TikTok. And there's a song called Juno. And
like the film? Anyone getting their willy cut off?
No. But
is that Juno?
There is a film called Juno, yeah.
Is that the one where she gets she cuts that guy's willy off? Is that Juno? Am I thinking of a completely different film?
I've got no
And Juno is like some kids' film.
I thought Juno was the one where she gets pregnant to give the baby to the couple.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different
I think you're thinking of a different film.
Because I think it might have the same actress. Who is now an actor.
Yeah, I was just going to say. Should we start this one again?
Elliot Page. No, we keep going. Elliot Page. I want to get that correct.
Yeah, okay. So, Sabrina Carpenter has done a song called Juno, and it's basically got lots of parents very, very grumpy. Now, these are adults who are whinging about a singer doing songs that are inappropriate. And if you let your children listen to these songs and then take them to a show, what do you expect the show to be like? Now, I'm going to play you this really, really quick clip of the song that we're talking about.
Go on then. Not familiar with that even remotely. That is the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, no, fair enough. So, yeah, do you want to try some freaky positions? And then she goes and stands in front of the crowd, and then she does a different position in front of the whole crowd in a very small
Hang on, is
outfit.
this that blonde girl
that wears a bodysuit all the time? Yeah.
Who was it at the music awards recently? Yeah. Okay, I think I've seen that video. Is that song? And I've didn't even realise. Okay, well that shows what I was paying attention to when I was watching that.
Oh, Rob.
She was singing.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, don't tell me how old she is. I don't want to know.
Yeah. Let's maybe not go into that one, but we are getting to that.
Beat this whole section.
We are getting... Anyway, so the lyrics are fairly explicit, but not explicit. They're soft explicit.
Right, yeah.
They're talking about sex, but they're not like talking about like Bruno Mars in his current song that you love.
That is so appalling.
Bruno Mars, the one that you all love to love, has suddenly become filthy, disgusting, and it's just grim.
It was gross.
It was gross, I agree. Well, it made me chuckle. It really did, because you've got all these kids singing this song, and you've got all these millennial parents.
So us,
and older grandparents. Oh, this is disgusting. How you shouldn't. Oh, I turned into Zippy. No, I've turned into George.
Zippy is a dad now.
So can I just point out? We grew up in the 90s, and Gemma's confirmed she sang some of these songs, and now we look back at it and gone, wow, we sang these songs, didn't we?
I've seen great TikToks of mums doing videos like, no, these are the songs, and then they'll start singing my neck, my back.
So I went with the 90s.
All right, go on.
Do you remember the song Deep by East 17? So East 17, our favourite one of our favourite Christmas songs.
They're up there with Schindler's List for what makes me think of Christmas.
Of course. I can feel your body close to mine, and I hear you moaning softly in my ear is one of the lyrics, and that's not even one of the worst lyrics of that song.
That's fairly innocent.
Okay, well, no, let me look up the other lyrics then, because they are a little bit more than innocent. So
you can definitely imagine like a young person singing that, having no concept of what it's even about.
So yeah, turn the lights low and put some music on. Let our bodies sing. Swing to the soft song.
Swing, eh?
I surrender, you're so tender and tanned. I want to toss, I want to tumble, feel and fumble. I want to do it till my belly rumbles. So lay back and close your eyes while I fiddle. You can fantasize.
Tummy rumbling is an interesting concept.
I dream you scream and tighten your hold. I tickle in the middle as we giggle. In I go, oh, deep and down and deeper like an ocean.
That's enough. Oh, they were on.
So
they were on
again,
drugs when
this was a song people were singing. I love the fact I did ask ChatGPT to like, look, these are the songs I'm thinking about. Can you just grab some standard bits? And rather than just doing that, it also made sarcastic comments.
Oh, did it?
So for E17 Deep, it's just gone, yeah, smooth boy band ballad, but very much about sex.
Yeah.
The next one, of course, is Moose T. And what songs Moose T most famous for in the 90s, at least, that I can remember?
To tell me what it's called.
Well, I'll sing you the lyrics and see if you can remember what it's called.
You're willing to sing now? Okay.
Well, I'm not going to sing. I'm going to speak them. I'm horny. Horny, horny, horny. So
I'm horny.
I'm horny tonight.
So horny. Well, that's an obvious one, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, we all sang it. No one cared. It was on the radio. People listened to it driving to work. And yeah, it got repetitive and extremely blatant, yet somehow still made it into mainstream playlists, which is absolutely true. Yet people are moaning about Sabrina Carpenter just saying freaky positions and have you tried this one?
Well, it's one of those things like as if Who Let the Dogs Out is about dogs.
Yeah.
And that was in the Rugrats movie.
Oh my God, it was. What about Teaspoon and Sex on the Beach? I want to have sex on the beach. That's the main lyric.
On the beach. Come and move my... Is it your body or my body?
Come on, move your body.
Sex on the beach.
So it's absolutely blatant sex. And that makes it onto the radio. That's played at school discos, at junior schools.
It's no WAP though, is it?
Oh, no, it's no WAP. Okay, Venga Boys.
The Venga bus is coming.
No, it's boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night together from now until forever. And then I love what sounds like a sleepover until you realise what kind. But yeah, we all sang that one. Loads of people sang that one. This one, Gem fervently remembers singing in the car while her mum is driving her in a circle, Sweat, which is otherwise known as the la 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 la.
La 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 la.
Girl, I want to make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm going to push it some more. So not only are we talking about sex there,
vile.
It certainly sounds like he doesn't have consent either. But we were singing it, and parents are moaning about Sabrina Carpenter. Sorry, but I think a lot of parents are moaning about the fact that Sabrina Carpenter is a blonde bombshell. Okay. I love The Beautiful South.
Yeah.
One of my favourite
I like
bands.
The Beautiful South too.
Perfect 10. Do you remember that song?
I remember it.
The Anorexic Chicks, the Model 6. They don't hold no weight with me. Well, 8 or 9, well, that's just fine. But I like something to hold, something I can see. Then there's also other lyrics to that one. Let me see. Perfect 10 lyrics. Because, again, it chose that one. I would have gone with the... if he's extra large, that's me. Well, I'm in charge. I can work this thing on top. And if he's XXL, well, what the hell? So we're talking about cock size now.
Yeah. I've got one to say to you, actually. So there's that new Youngblood song that I linked you, which I actually quite liked.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet.
Well, there's the very long video. There's part of it is kind of Rolling Stonesy. It's very good. Anyway, I was messaging it to my old man, thinking he would like it. And he was like, oh, yeah, I vaguely heard of Youngblood is what he wrote. I mean, to be fair, I'm the same. I vaguely know who he was. Anyway, he went, I've just watched a video by the Rolling Stones, a modern beat combo, Little Queenie. Now, this goes in with what you're saying, what the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Lyrics include, she's too cute to be a minute over 17. Well, if she's in the mood now, need to break it. I've got the chance, so you ought to take it. The singer is 81 years old.
Yeah, well, we'll come back to that in a minute, I assure you, because there may be the use for the new sound effect in a minute. While we're on before we get to the final song that I was going to talk about from the 90s at least, do you remember the song Don't Marry Her?
Don't marry her, have me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's the version you know, isn't it?
That's the only version I know.
But it's not. That's not the right version.
Is it don't marry her, don't fuck her, fuck me or something?
You have learned and been brought up the radio version, which is don't marry her, have me. No, the actual version, and I remember hearing this for the first time, I was like, huh? Don't marry her, fuck me.
Yeah, okay, I could believe it.
Still a brilliant song. Love it. Anyway, right, final song, and it's blatantly, again, people were singing it non-stop, so you cannot complain about Sabrina Carpenter if you're our age and a parent. Shaggy, It Wasn't Me.
It wasn't me.
Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
On the bathroom floor.
So yeah, it just makes me laugh that so many people are really pissed off about Sabrina Carpenter, so pissed off about this Juno song. Oh, why are you letting young girls go? And the argument's been around for so long as well. So many people have been arguing about girls allowed, for fuck's sake, because they were wearing leather. The Sugar Babes have had it. Why? They need to really think about going back and looking at, oh shit, actually, the 90s were really bad. That's only some of them. And then, have you been listening to the news recently? Do you remember
Unfortunately, yes.
Do you know the song Spice Girls, Spice Up Your Life?
Spice Up Your Life!
Is now allowed on radio as long as it's an edited version.
What?
Yeah, it's now edited because it turns out, I can kind of understand this one, Yellow Man in Timbuktu may not be the right thing to say. So it now goes, man in Timbuktu. They've removed the yellow.
How did it go?
Yellow Man in Timbuktu, Colourful Both Me and You, Kung Fu Fighting, Dancing Queen, Tribal Spaceman, and all that's in between.
Oh, yeah, that's rapey. That's like that song that stupid woman sings. I want to be Kung Fu Fighter.
Yeah, so...
that's so fucking terrible. Sorry for doing that was me doing an impression of her doing the impression, everybody.
It was an impression of a racist.
I was doing an impression of a racist.
But yeah, so that it's no longer Yellow Man, it's just Man in Timbuktu.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, fine.
So that's
fair enough.
That's all happened, and that I kind of understand. It's not okay to say those things about that. So yeah, it's just not right. I understand that, but moaning about this whole Sabrina Carpenter has then got me thinking. And then let's have a look at the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And Valencia, why don't you add in our new sound effect?
Oh no, not watch.
So in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we had songs such as Neil Diamond, Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon. Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon. Please come take my hand. Okay, doesn't sound too bad, but also, hang on a moment. To be a woman means you're a child at the moment, but you're still saying you'll be a woman soon. So come on, let's go.
I'm glad you're talking about these because I was looking for these to bring up to you, just like private.
Yeah. No.
So I'm glad you've got them all.
And I'm doing this because I'm guessing grandparents have kicked off about this Juno thing, and they're all writing in and complaining, going, "Oh, that music show."
They're listening to Chuck Berry.
Yeah, Gary Puckett. Young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. Why, you going to rape her? Why has she got to run? Can you not control yourself? Or Rolling Stones. Good old Mick's got form here, mate. Brown sugar, how come you taste so good? Brown sugar, just like a young girl should.
Yeah, that's gross.
Or okay. I nearly tainted Sam Cooke's name. I love Sam Cooke.
Mm-hmm.
Only 16. She was only 16. Only 16. Yeah, you know what? He sings, though, in that song that he is also 16. So Sam Cooke is safe. But the others, no. No. It's very, very wrong, and those songs are really bad.
Here's one for you, again from my dad. So Jerry Lee Lewis was married to a 14-year-old girl.
His cousin.
Oh, even worse. It gets worse. Yeah, and Chuck Berry was once jailed for taking a minor across a state line, which is an offence in the United States.
Yeah, he was a convicted paedophile at several points as well, allegedly.
And apparently, yeah, he wrote a song, Sweet Little 16, which he performed well into his 80s.
I'm pretty sure it was also Chuck Berry that did the song My Ding-a-Ling.
My ding-a-ling.
Get
my
off!
Ding-a-ling.
Won't you play with my ding-a-ling? The Simpsons introduced
That's
most
how
of
you
us
only
to
know
that.
that because of The Simpsons.
And then I think finally we'll move away from sexual misconduct,
But
and we're
please.
just going to go full on. Tom Jones sings about murder.
The song he does, It's Cold Outside, is a bit of a gross song.
That's not his song. He has done a copy of it, but
Yeah.
that was a long time ago. But it's not. They're basically just both trying to say, oh, I really should go home, but really they just want to carry on fucking.
Mm.
That's what the premise of the story is. I really should go, but it's cold outside. Oh, okay, I'll stay and we'll keep on banging, basically. It's not Christmas. We can't talk about Christmas things. I'll
Sorry,
get told
yeah,
off.
sorry.
I love the song Delilah.
Mhm.
My, why, Delilah.
La, 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 la,
Have you
la.
ever paid attention to the lyrics? Because I'll tell you what, I haven't. I know the chorus, the why, Delilah.
Oh, no.
At break of day when that man drove away, I was waiting.
La, la,
I crossed the street to her house and she opened the door.
la.
She stood there laughing. I felt the knife in my hand and she was laughing no more.
What? Is that fucking Halloween?
Yeah, welcome to Delilah, the song everyone sings when they're drunk. It's about complete and utter murder while he's waiting for the person she's having an affair with to fuck off.
Oh, I'm going to listen to that on the way home.
Stabby, stabby, stabby.
Stabby. Can I just say, everybody, did anyone else notice how he didn't compliment me on my Shaggy impression?
Oh, go on then. Play the song. I say do you say remember. The classic feature is back once again.
Do you remember the shit that I bought? Remember? Did you give it a thought? Remember? It's probably tat, that's all. Woo! You heard the song, it's Do You Remember?
Hooray!
We haven't had one of these for ages, so
No,
I thought
it's
I'd bring
been
it
a while.
back to actually make us a bit of a variety show, like the name says.
It has been a long time.
It has been a long time since we've done a Do You Remember. So, do you want to go first or will I go first?
I'll go first because mine's a bit of a dodgy one. It's
Oh,
kind
go
of
then.
really 2-in-1.
If
kind
it's
of.
dodgy, I want you to whip it out.
And it's not the thing you'll see immediately when I pull it out the back.
Okay, right. So he's reaching. He's put it out of his own reach.
So it's not actually this.
Okay, no.
It's two things that are inside.
All
this.
I care about at the moment is that you are giving me a original Mega Drive game case for Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I never played this version. I played the version on my friend's Amiga, which was that weird top-down one that you were running around the compound.
Yep. This is the side-scrolling one. It is fucking brilliant. So what you're looking at
Oh, the original manual
is
such
the
a sexy
manual.
look.
That is what I'm talking about. But also, open the very first page of the manual.
I'll be very... I can't, hang on. Oh, look at that. Is that level codes?
Yes, level codes.
Original level codes written...
Written on paper.
Oh, man.
And you know what? They're not even my level codes. They're someone else's.
What nostalgia
Yeah,
that is.
that's it.
Other than the fact I love Jurassic Park, I
Mm.
talked about it in the bonus episode that went out last week because I talk about the Odeon at St Albans when we used to have a cinema. Oh, this is beautiful. You know what? The manual to a Mega Drive game is just something special. And I can't remember if you've seen it. You've seen the first Sonic film, haven't you?
So I've only seen the first one.
So when Eggman turns up in his giant robot suit at the end, it plays Walk, which is a brilliant song by Pantera. Just should not be in a kids movie, but goddamn they did it. And then you've got his minion, and he's reading what looks like a traditional Mega Drive manual.
Oh, I noticed
It's
that.
such a beautiful little touch to the film. He sat there with a manual for the Eggman robot, and it's a Mega Drive manual.
So in this one, it has tips in the back. Of
Does it?
Yeah. But a really good one, the questionable now, Earthworm Jim, the creator of it, apparently isn't very
Oh, yeah,
good.
he went, Fruit Loopy.
Yeah. the manual for that on the Mega Drive had a full-on comic on the inside.
Yes.
Fun story. I copied it word for word and the artwork and submitted it as my written own story in primary school.
Well done.
And I got graded good for it.
Oh, only good, not very
And
good.
considering when you actually read it now, it's got a lot of long words, which I probably wouldn't
wouldn't
even
have
know how
known.
to know now, you know.
Oh, that's brilliant. But I'm very I miss the days of big boxes and games and going to the shop and feeling like you've got something and getting on the bus ride home and opening it. You've got the manual to pour through and look through and holding the game itself and physically having something. And I think that's what's pissed me off about the whole Switch 2 thing is the Switch 1 emulation. That spoils it. The Switch 1 backwards compatibility is emulation. It's not.
Oh, is it?
It's emulation, and if you read the small print on all the screens, it says not all games are going to be compatible. It's going to be the whole Xbox piss take again, where they go, yeah, backwards compatible with Xbox original games. Yeah, all 5 of them. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be, we couldn't get the license, but we have released a Switch 2 version you can buy.
Yeah, excuse me, I'm talking about burping. I'm really not actually that bothered by it. I'm sure eventually I'll get one when a new, not just beefed up Zelda, and when a new proper, not Hyrule Warriors, a new proper Zelda
I said it
comes
was going
out.
to happen, didn't I?
Then I'll be like, okay, what am I going to do? You know, I don't like trading consoles in, so probably wouldn't. I mean, we have got 2, because Miranda has one and I have one. But even then, I probably wouldn't because I could just let T use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really wanted the Switch.
But can I just point
got
out
the Switch on release day.
The
I was so
estimated
excited
price for
it.
Switch 2 games is £80 at the moment.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's acceptable.
Because you're renting a game. You're not owning it. Nintendo have been one of the worst culprits of shutting down digital stores. So if the cartridge doesn't have the game on it, what is the fucking point?
But do you know what was worse? Is that it was tied to the console. So if your console broke your Switch, you lost the game.
Yep.
So you couldn't re-download a purchase. You had to buy it again. That is fucking disgraceful.
I genuinely think...
It's not now, but
No,
when the
but
Switch came out, it was.
I genuinely think Nintendo may be nearing the end with the Switch 2. I don't think... All these people... I put up that it was a very mid-release, very mediocre. I got some comment. Did you actually even watch this? Yeah, I did. It's not as good as everyone thinks it is. If you're a Nintendo fanboy, brilliant. But actually, you're looking at hardware that is still beaten by the PlayStation and the Xbox. And if people want a portable console that's going to play Elden Ring, they're going to buy a PS5 and a PlayStation Portable. And that's probably going to still be cheaper than buying the Switch 2 at release.
I feel the thing, as much as I love the Switch and the whole idea of it, clicking it into the telly, coming up on the screen, they've killed their own market of handheld.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The Switch is a handheld console, but it's also trying to be a home console.
Yeah,
it's trying to do both. And that's a very good idea, but I don't think that the Switch Lite is enough to be, keeping that handheld market around. No. All it needs is for Xbox or Sony, Microsoft or Sony, to come out with their own Steam Deck-esque thing.
Have you not seen that in news?
No.
Xbox is. They will be releasing a handheld, and from what I understand, they've just signed an agreement with Steam, so the next Xbox generation, you will be able to play all your Steam games on it.
I think that's it then. It's game over, isn't it? They've got Game Pass, they've got all these other stuff. Okay, yeah.
That's why Microsoft's basically giving their games to PlayStation now, going, yeah, go on, you can have Forza, you can have Gears of War. Why not? Because they know they've got something big coming.
I think I do love Mario stuff, and the Donkey Kong 3D world game thing looks wicked. I loved Donkey Kong 64.
They've got a new F-Zero. Wonderful. I've been waiting for a new F-Zero for ages. Yeah. I ain't going to buy it. No. Not at 80 quid. And I'm sorry.
It'll never go down, though. It'll never go down in price. They never, ever do.
The thing is, the Breath of Wild thing pissed me off the most, I think. So what are this? Breath of Wild was on the Wii U, then the Switch, and now it's going to be on the Switch too,
Skyrim,
with
isn't it?
enhanced, and that's all they're going to say. I bought Gem, the Super Mario Land one, the sideways scrolling one. She had it on the Wii, They re-released it for Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
They re-released it for Switch. They re-released it with Switch with Bowser's whatever edition, and that's going to be re-released for the Switch 2 as well. It's a piss take.
Yeah.
Where you're giving us 5 new games for ones that actually people care about. So Donkey Kong, F-Zero, New Metroid, I can't think of the other ones. There's no mention, something like Diddy Kong Racing, which deserves a massive revisit. And then we're just getting the same old shit. We're getting Mario Kart again. Great. It's open world. Who cares?
Yeah.
Genuinely, that's going to be cool for all of 5 minutes. And then it's just going to be, well, it's just more Mario Kart.
I watched a video the other day slagging Nintendo off, and it was about their remasters. It's like Luigi's Mansion 2 was like 40 quid on the GameCube, whatever it was, whatever console came out originally on. And then,
DS,
and then
3DS.
It got like a re-release to £20, and then they did a remaster for £60.
Yep.
And they just upgraded the graphics.
Just,
that was all they did.
And with these tariff things in place, I genuinely think Nintendo's got a problem. Anyway, moving on, because I'm realising we're running time.
Manuals, did he get a point?
You absolutely get a point for that. Great choice. But we're obviously on the same wavelength here because I went with a computer game as well. Mine turned up from eBay the other day.
Oh, wicked. You bought
It's possibly one of the best PC games, although I only ever played it on the Mega Drive, and I understand the PC one's a little bit more involved. But I am going with big box version of...
Oh, I love this game so much. This is the one I played.
And
I
not
played
only
the PC
is
one.
it not the original big box, it's the EA Classics box, which I loved seeing because that meant it would have been $9.99 or $4.99.
Oh gosh, my heart. I'm not lying. My heart just fluttered when I looked at the back and saw the dog on the roller coaster.
And all I can hear is the Ghost House music playing right now.
Yeah, I can see the Ghost House on there. I absolutely love this game.
Do you want to tell them what it is?
No, I don't. I'm going to keep that to myself. It's Theme Park Bullfrog.
The original theme park. Now, I know it was trumped by Roller Coaster Tycoon. Let's face it, Roller Coaster Tycoon was amazing, but for me...
It doesn't have the charm.
It's... The charm of theme park is what wins. Of course you can. Go for it. Is one of my favourite, and I played it on the Mega Drive non-stop. I got really good at it on the Mega Drive.
What a manual.
It's a big
The new business portfolio.
Well, this is it. So this is the difficulty. So I played on Mega Drive, and the Mega Drive one is considerably easier. Yet the PC version, it starts off in, I think it's in a simulation
so just
mode.
Smelling it, everyone, if you heard the sniffing.
It starts off in a simulation rather than kind of a fun mode, and you can chop between the two. So you can say, do you want to do the whole finance side, or do you just want easy kind of sort of thing? Look at the back of the manual.
No, you've got to look at this first. Windows 95 users must read this. Many of our games were written before the new Windows 95. This tells you how to change the config files to work with Windows 95.
Boo.
You might need that. Are you running Windows 95?
I'm running Windows 98 second edition.
Oh,
best version of the OS.
You might need this.
Look at the back of the manual.
Important notice for users with 4 megabytes
a
of RAM.
bank that no longer exists, because remember, Theme Park was pretty much sponsored by Midland Bank.
Yeah, Midland Bank, yeah. Wow. Bullfrog Productions Limited in association with Live Cash Midland Electronic Arts in Slough. Well, honestly, so I've played the console version of this too, the Mega Drive version. The PC version is superior.
Is it? Right, okay.
Yeah. And that's how I played it originally, was the PC. This was one of the few games that my dad allowed me to have on the PC.
Allowed you?
He was very protective over his computers. Oh, it's upside down, which is unfortunate.
I'm just very, very pleased with it. And as I say, seeing it in the CD-ROM classics of Electronic Arts.
Oh, and they've kept it clean. A few fingerprints, not a scratch.
Oh, happy days.
Yeah, there's a few... Whoop! That's right.
Of course, just like your Mega Drive game, the era that you buy a game, you install it, and you don't wait an hour for a downloaded update.
Yeah.
Can't speak today. Sorry, everyone.
That's like what happened to me earlier, isn't it?
It is.
I wanted to play South of Midnight, or whatever it's called, the new game on...
No internet connection required to check that you're authorised to play it either.
Yeah, just to tell the story, I pre-installed it and was like, I want to just have a quick blitz on it for 10 minutes. I had a 6.95 gig download, and their servers were so shit, it took over an hour to download that. So I haven't had a go in it. So if I'm home in time, I might have a quick go, but probably not.
I'm just, look at that. The bit that we would have all spent ages looking at, the blue or white label on the end of it that said, what system requirements?
Oh, I didn't look at that.
So Windows 95 may require a fully configured MS-DOS mode. Requirements 486 running at 50 megahertz, MS-DOS 5.0 or higher, 4 megabytes of RAM, 2 megabytes free of hard disk space. Oh, man. 8 megabyte RAM is required for music and sound effects, plus high-res option. I never noticed that before. So if you only had the 4 meg RAM, you didn't get music and sound effects.
Yeah, I've not thought about this in ages. So you get point too.
Oh, happy days.
But, wow, amazing.
Which summer blockbusters are you going to go and see at the flicks?
So before the episode started, we sat and watched TV for about 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, we watched trailers.
We did.
The trailers were for this year's Blockbusters. So let me find them here. We had 7 films. We're going to talk about 8 films. And let's actually talk about the one that isn't listed here first of all. Leslie Nielsen in The Naked Gun. I was not expecting to see another Naked Gun film ever again.
I had to double, triple, quadruple check the date the trailer released because it was very close to April 1st.
Very close to April 1st.
It might have been the 3rd or something that the trailer was released.
Yep.
So I was so convinced it wasn't real because I was going to, when I posted it into chat, I was like, someone's going to pick me up on this being an April Fool's.
So it's Seth MacFarlane, which explains a lot.
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen is playing... No, not Leslie Nielsen. Liam Neeson
is playing
Leslie Nielsen's son in
his
this.
son or his grandson or something.
Yeah. Frank Jr. or whatever it's going to be. And it just looks just as much of a piss take as the original. And I'm genuinely hoping, as it's Seth MacFarlane, he's absolutely taking no shit about doing it either.
Yeah.
I don't think, for example, there's people out there, so why can't we make another scary movie? Because people just turn around and say, well, because you can't make a film like that anymore. And we've said that about things like the Carry On films. Oh, you just can't do it anymore in this situation. I feel like Seth MacFarlane's just going to go, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
And we are. Genuinely love the bit where they've got everyone weeping at the pictures of all their
I love that.
of all the dads in the back, and then you've got the one looking at OJ Simpson's like, nah. nah. That's just such a brilliant little dig, and it's wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be funny. I hope they don't ruin it, but that one up there is going to be one I'll definitely be watching when it's out. But let's get on to the main films that we were talking about then. Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yep.
Thoughts?
I liked the look of the trailer. Scarlett Johansson's in it, so that's a tick. Has a very funny looking dinosaur in it. I don't know. It looks kind of like a person almost.
So I thought it looked like the bloody
the head
Star
bang.
Wars one.
Oh, like a Rancor.
A Rancor, that's it. Well done on knowing the name. It looked like a Rancor. Now, I'm only guessing. I haven't done any reading. Number one, I feel like Jurassic Park needs to just stop now. The last one was terrible, or the first half of the last one was terrible. The second half got a lot better. It's just like, could have just left it at the second half and got on with it. So I've not been blown away with any of the Jurassic World stuff. The first Jurassic World was okay, but it just really felt like you're just rehashing the first film for money's sake, and Chris Pratt's in it, and that's all you're doing it for.
Yeah, I've not read anything about it.
This one, it feels very much like the island that they're going to, and this is what I've just gleaned from the bits and pieces. This is where they started all the experiments, and then the dinosaurs that were successful, they moved to the main island. So what I think that big weird fucker is, it's basically a genetic mess. It's like, that didn't go right. But rather than killing it, they've kept it, and it's kind of like an island of Dr. Moreau almost. It's the island of all the miscreated genetic creations.
Have they not already done that, though?
They haven't. And I think the only way that this would truly work, and it won't be, because again, they're going to target it at a younger family kind of orientated audience. This would have worked if they'd made it a horror. Really go down the route of making it a little bit of a horror film, bit of an action as well, make it a little bit darker than normal. But no, instead, I think it's just going to end up family friendly, lots of action. Really pissed off that yet again they've gone on this highly dangerous expedition, and oh look, a kid's tagged along.
It is always a kid. I've actually enjoyed all of them. I just think the first one's the best one.
The first one you will never beat in quality of film. Everything about it. And I'm including Tim and Lex in that. They're both annoying little turds, but without them, the film wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It's just the best film of all of them. And it just, no. I mean, and even then, it pales in compare to the book. The first Jurassic Park book and the second Jurassic book, brilliant, but the films are nothing like them. So, yeah, I'm not holding out much hope for it. I like the look of these weird failed creations, but I've got a feeling it's going to be image over substance with this, and that's all it's going to be. Moving then on to Superman.
Yeah, I liked that trailer.
So we watched the trailer, and then I showed you the 5-minute sneak peek.
Yep.
Talking about the trailer first, a lot of people whinging because they're very heavily into Henry Cavill as Superman, which is absolutely fine. He was a good Superman, but it was shit, normal origin story. There was nothing exciting about that at all.
I think the problem with using Henry Cavill now is it comes with the baggage of all the other films because it's the same actor. So if they are trying to move it away, then they need to change the actor.
Well, that's the thing. They had to change the actor because I think James Gunn is very good at these reimaginings and re-kicking off a whole franchise. Look at Suicide Squad. Absolutely phenomenal film, absolutely brilliant, loved every second of it.
Yeah.
And the character choices were absolutely brilliant. And I'm so looking forward to Peacekeeper Season 2, which is out shortly. And that just followed on from the films. So they've actually carried on this universe and it's working. So for me, it's in really good hands. And the Henry Cavill stuff, as much as I enjoyed the films, they just felt very much like, yet again, like Spider-Man, like Marvel. It's not just a DC problem. It's just yet another origin film. And that's why I was so impressed with the DC film of Robert Pattinson as Batman. They chose to do something different. And I think if they put this in the hands of anyone else, we would have just got another boring origin story. This looks much more like someone that's actually paid attention and cares about the comic books. And it feels very much more a comic book style film rather than some sort of gritty action drama film instead.
Yeah.
We already had Fantastic Superman with the Christopher Reeve stuff. The original Superman film, I love them. Absolutely some of my favourite films of all time. The Henry Cavill ones were fun, but they just felt like they were just rehashing what we'd already had. This feels new, and it feels rough and ready. It might not be what people are expecting of Superman, because like you said, everyone's so expecting of Henry Cavill now. That's what they want. That's what they see as Superman. But this is so much more closer to the Christopher Reeve Superman. And if you look back at the comic books, it's very in line with the comic books.
Yeah.
So I think people need to just chill the fuck out and just give it a chance, because I genuinely think this is going to be a very, very good film.
Yeah, you've just got to wait for it to come out and just watch it. Make your decision.
I mean,
trailers are cool to watch, but as we know from Marvel trailers, they don't actually tell you the story.
2 minutes of Crypto the Superdog beating up an already heavily wounded Superman is just violently funny to me because it's just doing exactly what it doesn't matter. It's a superhero dog. He's a dog and he's being portrayed as a dog. It's like, oh, game playing, yay! It's like, no, you're crippling your master even more.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't see it failing. So unless they really do something stupid in it, I think it's going to be okay. Now, you made a comment about you were worried there was too much because we got you
were listing all the characters in
so we've got Hawk Girl, we got Brainiac, can't think of what the green bloke was called. Oh, it was Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Got Green Lantern in it. You'd got Lex Luthor. There was another 2 in there as well. Yes, they may have done too many. However, you look at the number of characters that turned up in Suicide Squad, it was fine.
Yeah.
And hopefully that they won't deter or detract from the story. And what I'm wondering is, are some of the ones you're seeing in the film literally just going to be very quick points of battles that he's won previously?
Yeah, that's a good point. It could be like flashbacks.
Yeah, flashbacks. You know, it may not entirely be the whole story. I'm going to avoid watching any reviews on it because I think they're just going to outright ruin it.
I literally don't ever watch reviews for films. I never ever do. I just take a cursory glance occasionally at IMDb and see what people's, and then I don't listen to that anyway.
Yeah.
As we know from the Minecraft movie.
Exactly. Loved the Minecraft movie. So funny, so much fun. Screw you, reviewers. That was what really pissed me off. One of the reviewers said it's quite one of the worst movies of all time, solely aimed at children and gamers. Okay, so why are you reviewing it if you're not a child or a gamer, you prick? There's absolutely no reason for you to review it then.
Yeah.
Because what is the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay. One that I know we can be very quick on here. The Smurfs are fucking back again. Just let them die, please.
Yeah, well, you heard the very long...
Yeah, but I'd watched it. I saw it in the cinema with Kay. And do you know what the first thought to me was?
Mm-hmm.
Is this an advert for an upcoming game? It looked like a PS2 fucking game.
It doesn't look good.
It's an awful choice. And that bloody purple and black cloud that moves, it really looks like someone's just gone into Blender and gone, I'm not quite sure how to make this spin, blend, and move at the same time, so we'll just go...
They're chasing a style. And that style is the same style as what Into the Spider-Verse and the Turtles films did. They were very incredibly stylized and both look awesome. And the Smurfs are trying to do a stylized thing. It looked fucking dreadful.
It looked like, honestly, to me, it really just reeks of we're watching a PlayStation 2 game's cutscene, and in a minute, we're going to be moving one of these characters around, and it's got that weird, fake 2D, 3D thing where you're moving around in a 3D environment, but your character's actually 2D. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It didn't look good. I didn't like the ideas behind, Papa Smurf's been kidnapped, but he's got a brother with a red beard, and fucking Gargamel's got a brother as well. And it's just like, no, you know what? This is just give up. No, stop.
It wasn't funny. There was not. I didn't even remotely.
No, I know we're doing
edge a smile in
we
that
are
trailer.
doing what that reviewer did for Minecraft. Bear in mind, we're not children, which is why we're slagging it off. I'm sure there are children that will enjoy it, but Kay looked at it at the cinema because I create a little list of who's going to see what with her because she likes watching the trailers, and then she goes, right, I'm going to watch this with you, watch this with mummy, watch this with daddy, and so on. She looked at it and just, no, we're not going to watch this. This is trash.
Yeah, it looked shit. I've seen the other two Smurf films. Both T and I said to you, we don't like the one where they're mixed with real humans.
So there's two that were fully 3D and then went into the live world, and they're the ones that got Katy Perry playing Smurfette.
Yeah, they're shit.
They are not good. Then you'd got another one, I don't know if there were two of those, that are...
There's certainly one of them.
A fully 3D one
that
was released only
good.
a couple of years ago.
It's actually good. It's actually pretty funny too. I enjoyed it. I've watched it a few times with T and he likes it.
The point is, they're all chasing the success of Trolls. And I'm not going to lie, Trolls 1, 2 and 3 are bloody brilliant films.
I've only seen one of them. And it's like the third one, I think.
Watch all of them. Really, really good films. Great soundtracks. Great fun.
I've heard that
loads of adult humour in them. Just, they've done it properly. Whereas this genuinely just no. Okay. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I'm going to hold my hands up and say I won't be watching this, as awesome as it looked, because the last Mission Impossible film, I'm pretty sure, I guarantee I've watched 1 and 2. 3, I'm not sure I've seen it all the way through.
Yeah, and I know I haven't seen the last 2. I haven't seen the one he filmed in COVID or the one after that. So
the one that he apparently... He got slammed for shouting and firing someone because they weren't paying attention to the COVID rules. He was doing the right thing to protecting the rest of the film and all the other staff, but he got slammed for it. Apparently, he should have dealt with it a different way.
No, I think he was actually right, because they would have had to have shut down the film for quite an extended period of time. And there's a lot of people in that kind of, I've seen interviews with people who are praising him for essentially saving the movie business.
Absolutely.
During COVID by keeping it going. By that one Mission Impossible film, saved some cinemas, saved loads of stuff to play. I mean, it's hard to imagine that's the case, but that's what they're saying.
My point is whether you like him about Scientology or not, he cares about the films he makes. He puts him. You don't get a film that he half-asses. If he's involved in a film, you know he's either had huge input in that film, he's done a lot to keep the film going, he's done something. Yet other actors get away with a lot less, or a lot more even, while he just get criticised for it. And I think overly criticised, don't get me wrong, Scientology seems to be a load of bullshit to me.
It absolutely is bullshit.
But I think he gets a lot more criticism purely based on that, which is unfair when you consider what he does for Hollywood.
Yeah.
So this looked amazing. I'm not going to lie, it looked really good. It has made me want to go back and, I would like to watch all the others. I think the thing that stresses me about and upsets me most about Mission Impossible is I understand that it's the Impossible missions people and so on. That's the idea of them. The tech was just getting too much tech. I liked the first one with the fake face. I liked the second one to an extent with all the bits they had. Then the third one, again, even then, not so bad. But from what I've seen of the fourth onwards, it kind of suddenly super duper technology suddenly in there.
No,
it's taken it away from being a spy thriller action film, and that's where the Bourne Identity got it right. They kept it very simple.
I've always said that Mission Impossible is America's James Bond. And they were doing Pierce Brosnan Bond with all that extra, a bit dumb tech.
Yeah.
They took all that away, really. The tech ended up being things like special magnetized gloves for crawling along a building in Dubai.
Which is what you expect. That's what you want.
Was a kind of pretty realistic interpretation of what could happen. You can imagine that, they still had some face-changing stuff, but that's part of the gimmick of Mission Impossible, I think. They can't get rid of that. But from what I remember of the Henry Cavill one, I don't actually really remember there being any mental tech. Someone could completely say different to me about it, but I don't remember there being some crazy tech. Maybe a car being a bit funky. But
I do need to go back and watch them then, because I just think I've missed out on something, and I think it is just purely because so many of them came out and there was so much else on, I kind of skipped over it. So I will go back and give them a chance, I think. How to Train Your Dragon. I loved the animated film. It's a good film. In fact, all of them are. All of the film series for that are good. This, as far as I can see, is a frame-for-frame reproduction in live action.
The trailer certainly looks like it's frame for frame. We've even got Gerard Butler playing the same character.
What's the point? Honestly, I don't get the point anymore for this. This is very much, you are losing me here. Why? You're not introducing anything new.
DreamWorks,
It is DreamWorks, yeah.
So, from my understanding, all the Disney ones are a copyright issue.
Yeah,
and they need to show that they're keeping their...
They're using the IP still.
IP. Do DreamWorks really care about that? And I don't think How to Train Your Dragon's been out anywhere near as long as Steamboat Willie has.
Mid-2000s, so it's well within its lifetime.
Who was asking for this?
No one. That's the point. No one was asking.
I don't think it even really looks very good from the trailer. I've got no interest in watching it.
There are some films that are just destined to stay CGI. This is one of them.
It seems pointless to me, really.
100% agree.
They could have just made another How to Train Your Dragon. It would have done really well. I don't think this will do as well as the CGI one.
No, I don't.
It's gimmicky, I think.
So, what would a year be without another Marvel film?
Yeah.
So Thunderbolts.
Just so overwhelmed by Marvel films. I think I'm at the stage, mate, where I probably won't watch anymore. Other than like a few of the series, like we're watching Daredevil, like I said, but I don't know if I'm going to watch any more of the films because I'm so far behind. Even the thought of watching the third Guardians of the Galaxy film, which you've said is amazing, I'm daunted by it because there's just so many.
So the thing about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is it doesn't really tie back to any of the Avengers or stuff like that. So it is very much just that universe. So it's quite nice because you don't have to know the rest of the things going on within the Avengers world. Whereas this is, from what I can see, it is, you described it perfectly. It's Marvel's Suicide Squad. So it's all the bad guys from various films that they've done teaming up And from the look of it, they're against Bucky, which basically means they will team up with Bucky halfway through the film because they realise they're actually the good guys.
Well, the trailer kind of implies that, doesn't it?
Exactly.
But as we said earlier, you can't tell the Marvel trailer. He could have had them all in handcuffs for all we know from that lift scene. Yeah, I said to you, I really like the look of it. David Harbour's in it. I like him.
Yep.
I liked the actress. I liked that. The character who was like the Captain America character, I liked him when he was in the show that he was in. I also liked the character who
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, so he's in the series, I think, Captain America series,
which I've not watched any of, so I've got no idea at all who he is.
I think he was in that,
and that's the problem with Marvel, isn't it?
I enjoyed him in that. The woman who is the baddie in the Ant-Man film, I thought she was a great character. So that was cool.
Oh, so that's where she's from.
That's where she's from. Yeah, she's Ghost, I think.
Yes, of course.
I think that's what she is. I think.
Yes.
And then the other two, the guy who's in the prison clothes, and then the person, I just assume is a woman in a mask. I don't know who they were. This one I could see that I would like to. Is it a film or a series?
It's a film.
Okay. Again, I would like to watch it, but how many hours do I need to have seen before this to have any concept? Because the thing about the Marvel ones, they put all these other little things in, and you're just like, I'm gonna miss out on all the little throwbacks.
That's what ruined
end of credit stuff. I just won't get it.
That didn't ruin. Sorry, I shouldn't say ruin because that's not the right word. But Deadpool and Wolverine, I had no idea about the whole time department because I hadn't watched any of Loki.
That's all Loki, which is a very, very good series. And the thing about the Loki series, you only need to know the basic original run of the Marvel stuff up to the Avengers films.
Yeah.
That's literally it. So, and because I was there, I was like, okay, I can watch this. I haven't seen series 2.
Ever since, it's just expanded.
It's just too much.
It is too much. Now, what I'm hoping for the Thunderbolts is it's just its own film. It might have the slightest little tie into something. But my worry then goes to Black Widow, which was just a trash film. Which was a shame because you say the actress that plays her sister is really good, but the film could not be saved.
Both are good. Her and Scarlett Johansson are really cool.
100%,
but yeah, it's just a shame as a bad film.
You couldn't
did
rescue
her
that
dirty
film.
In that, I think.
Oh, definitely they did. Definitely. Okay, final one we watched was Ballerina, and we have no idea what's going on.
We don't know what's
pre-John
happening.
Wick, after John Wick?
Yeah, because they call him Baba Yaga. You know, it felt like, I mean, they didn't look like they de-aged him.
No.
But it felt like this was supposed to be whilst he still actually was an agent. Because I haven't seen John Wick 4, but the end of John Wick 3 everyone fucking hates the dude. So.
And yeah, he says, I've been sent, or she says, you've been sent. So it means he's been contracted by someone. So you're getting the idea. I think you're right that it's a pre-John Wick.
But as I said, I haven't watched the 4th film, so I don't know how that ends. Does he become a contract killer again? I don't know.
No, I haven't got any clue. I just feel like this is just... I enjoyed the first film. I've not watched any of the others because for me, a little bit like The Equalizer, as much as I loved the first Equalizer and actually really enjoyed the second Equalizer, I went and saw the third one and it was way over the top.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen the third one. I very much enjoyed the first two.
The first two are brilliant and yet they're brutal. The third one is so much more brutal at the beginning. It's just like, why have you done this? It's out of character now. And for my kind of 2 cents to this is John Wick 1 was really good. And for me, I just foresaw all we're going to get is, 3 more now, films that are basically the same thing over and over again. I don't need to see that.
Yep.
The first one was enough for me. And I love the fact that he's just doing it because you killed his dog.
Yeah.
That's all I needed for that. Okay. That was the Summer Blockbusters. I'm definitely seeing Superman. I will probably see Jurassic World Rebirth. All the others, probably on streaming.
I once tasted a lady because I wanted to. Not sexually, I ate her leg. Anyway, that's another story for another time. What did Tom and Gemma hear in Tesco?
Okay, that's the last segment before the outro. And this one is going to last a really short time. So it's good. It's fine. I don't even need my phone for this. Yes, I do need my phone for this. No, I don't need my phone for it. It's fine. Okay, have you ever overheard a conversation and just thought, I've got to carry on listening to this?
Yes.
So
I heard some people arguing the other day, and I was like,
ooh, can you tell us anything about it before I tell you about the one me and Gem
It's
listened to?
clients arguing.
Oh, okay,
The whole house emptied.
Oh, okay. It was that good, was it?
Yeah.
Well, we were shopping in Tesco, where we buy our best clothes. And we were walking around, and we were just coming in. I think we must have been just coming onto the bread aisle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 2 Tesco employees there, 2 men, and they were doing the stock picking. Or one was doing stock picking, the other one was doing cage emptying.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversation went something along the lines of this. I want to taste Lynx Africa.
Taste it.
Yeah, taste it. It's like, oh, really? Yeah, it's my favourite smelling one. I want to taste it, I think. And then wait for it. Then the other one. Yeah, I kind of get that one. I once tasted blueberry shower gel to see if it actually tasted of blueberry.
Okay. I can guarantee you the Lynx Africa won't taste like it smells. It'll taste vile.
Well,
And to think that blueberry soap's going to taste like blueberry.
There's so many levels on this. And
how hard was the R?
Pardon?
On both of them.
All I'm thinking is, if they were
someone's going to
if they were a multi-story building,
mm-hmm.
they're at the basement when it comes to intelligence.
On the way down too.
Yeah, and they're going further down.
Well,
they're digging their own little floor at this point.
Digging the sub-level basement.
We just looked at each other. Did I hear what you? Yeah, you did hear that. Okay, I'm not glad I heard that, but
you two are funny because I would have said something.
It's just
I would have said it'll taste like shit.
Who wants to? Who goes around thinking, I wonder what Lynx Africa tastes like? Well, I wonder if this tastes of blueberry because it's blueberry.
Too. It'd be dangerous because you can't spray those things in your mouth.
Well, yes, you
Very
must have had it
dangerous.
at school. The police telling us don't do drugs and don't inhale cans of
I
spray
knew
paint.
nobody who was doing that. No one did that. Nobody did.
Real people did though. That's the ridiculous thing. Real
Sniffed
people
glue is the only thing that people did at school. You sniffed glue.
Oh yeah, but you were sniffing it. Copy decks. Does it really smell of dead fish? Yeah, it fucking does.
It's the only thing. I mean,
Board markers.
Yeah, board markers.
Oh yeah.
I prefer. I don't mind Lynx Africa actually. I do quite like it. I quite like Lynx Black. That's a nice one.
Oh, that was a nice one. That was that leather one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. The women don't come running though. That's a shame.
Yeah. Well, what can I say?
It's time for the generic outro, but before you take it away, Tom and Rob, I have something to say. I saw a Honda Jazz the other day. I thought to myself, is this Elvis? I then wanted to ram it off the road as that advert is really fucking stupid. Anyway.
Thank you very much for listening to another episode of The Variety Show. If you'd like to find out more about us, head over to channel84.co.uk, where you can find out about The Variety Show, Untitled Sci-Fi Show, Who Takes the Socks Off, and Lightly Used. If you would like to get in contact with us, you can email podcasts, that's podcasts plural, at channel84.co.uk, and those emails come through to both myself and Rob. You can email me directly as tj@channel84.co.uk, and you can email Rob directly at rob@channel84.co.uk. We are on the majority of social network platforms. You can find those by going to channel84.co.uk/The Variety Show, and there you will find all our social media links and all our links to share with the various podcast platforms that we are on. Anything to share, Rob?
No, I think that's it.
Good. Goodbye, everyone, and we will see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
This was a Studio Channel 84 network show. To find more, head over to channel84.co.uk now.